Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Pyatt and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know I haven't done a video for a while, but thank you for everybody that sent me messages and checked whether I'm alive or not. So I will continue to keep doing videos, and you can check out some of the videos I've done in some recent seminars if you want to have a look at those. Those are some of the most recent ones I've done. And I will try to get back to doing videos on a more regular basis. So we're going to have a quick look at one of my favourite jiu-jitsu techniques, which is Tawara Gaeshi, which is commonly translated as rice bale throw. So this throw is found in judo and jiu-jitsu, Aikijujutsu. It's particularly good when your opponent gets to very close range and you run out of good options. So quite often when you get to a clinch situation, this technique can be quite a nice way to tie your opponent up and give you a progression, particularly if they drive into you with kind of like a rugby tackle or kind of shoulder barge kind of version. So we'll have a look at some variations of the technique, and we'll have a look at some simple finishes that you could try. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the first variation we'll do is nice and simple. We'll just look at some basic principles. So a punch comes in, I'm going to block, and what I want to do is I want to get my opponent so he comes down. What I must never do, right, in the first phase is reach for my opponent, because if his spine is straight, he can clamp around my body, he's going to be really, really tight. I've lost the capacity, so he's now well underhooked, and he's going to drive through and completely break my posture. So I always need to make sure I bring his head down. So what I do, so I want to break his balance here. I'm going to hit and I'm going to knee, so I'm bringing his head down before I try and wrap for the rice bale. So I'm going to wrap my arm around the head and into the neck. Now there are lots of variants on where I can put my hands. For the time being, we're just going to come through and I'm just going to clamp my hands together. So the most simple version of the technique, we're going to step up into this foot and I'm going to sit my bum down as close to my foot as I can. So I come 1, 2, sit, and I'm going to flick over. So from here, I want to control and I don't want to leave my opponent like that. So the simplest finish is I roll with it. So I come over and keep coming up, and so I've got his head underneath in like a guillotine posture, and I want to make sure that I keep my spine nice and straight. I'm going to open my chest and I get the submission on the neck. Okay, so from the other side, so the punch comes 1, 2, knee, bring down this hand, so I can have here, I can pass the arm and I can hook. I can pass the arm and hook like this, or even like this, so I can have lots of different hand positions. Or if I'm learning it for the first time, I can take the arm here and just wrap underneath. I'm going to bring my foot into here, so 1, 2. From this position I want to use momentum, but I'm going to bring my right leg over to that side. So I come over, and so I land my leg out, bring this knee in, come up, and then through. From this position, obviously I can continue to move and carry on as I wish. So, one more time. And then I can control at the end as I get out, and so on. Okay? So let's have another look at some of those hand variants that we can do. So, punch comes in, 1, 2. So one nice one is passing and securing, because this puts this really, really tight into the arm, shoulder and neck. I can also very well put my foot, so the basic way is to come here, but I can also bring this up, kick to the groin and put it onto the inside. So then I'm going to hop this foot to there and go over. So this time, rather than landing over to that side, I'm going to drop my hips across to here. So I'm now over my opponent. I'm going to push my chest in, so I've got a nice osei-komi-waza, and he's already tapping, but I'm going to open my chest to get it. So this particular position, your opponent's elbows across the chest, you need to put your weight through the top part of the tricep. It's a really, really tight constriction, comes on very quickly. So 1, pass the arm in, over, and then push back in. One more time. So, pass. I'm going to take this foot deep. So here, in, over. I want my chest on this side and I drive. You see it comes very quickly. If my chest starts here, so if I'm over the top, and basically now my tummy, my belly is in his arm, I'm not going to have the leverage to affect the technique. And if Jay rolls so his back and shoulders go onto the floor, because my head and shoulders are over, he's very quickly going to take my posture. So I want my chest to be nice and low, so I'm here. And then I'm going to come down and in with my chest, whilst keeping the head on. And then so I'm going to push my hips forward, and that's going to give me the osakomiwaza that I'm looking for. One more variant that's quite nice is, say we come in, I go for this arm. So I go for the far arm, so I've come this time underneath here. And now I can do my rice bell coming laterally across the body. I'm going to bring my feet across. So I'm going to come one to here, and I'm going to turn. So you can see I've got the neck. So this hand needs to come nice and through. Be very careful practicing this technique because of the pressure on the neck. I'm going to let it off and just come in